welcome back to my channel, Southern Yankee. Today I'm really excited. I've been wanting to do a review on one of my most favorite and most used palettes that I have purchased, and I purchased this in 2019. When you see when I open it, you'll see how much love I've given this palette, and it was created with Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina. So here is what the package looks like. I really truly love this palette, and I wanted to do a 3 looks 1 video because I really felt like this palette was rushed and didn't get the time that it deserves. And if more people took a look at this, if you missed this palette because Carly Bible's palette came out and Norvina palettes came out, it was like within weeks a whole bunch of palette releases, and so I don't think that she got the spotlight she deserved. And I love this. Now, this was created for darker skin tones, so if you're a medium to dark skin tone, you're really gonna love this. But I have like a light to medium skin tone, and I am able to wear this, and when you see what it looks like now inside, you're going to see it is well loved. So let me just show you. It's so beautiful. It's got sort of like a snake skin print and this beautiful iridescent color family, and it's thin. I like the size palette from them as well. Then on the back, and I think it is cruelty free, and it's 18 months. My palette's not going to last 18 months because I use it so much. Now, this was released in the fall, and it has some beautiful color combos for the fall, but there's some beautiful pinks and purples in here and some beautiful light rose gold shimmers in here that I think you're going to find you can use this in the spring and summer as well. You'll just be using the other shadows, some of the other shadows a little bit more prominent in your looks versus the fall looks. You might be using those crisp, warm caramel and chocolate and green colors. You might use the pinks and the purples in here for the spring and summer. So let me show you. And I mean, I got dense galore in mine. So you can see I've used these a lot. I've used these a lot. Today I just used these two. That's on this look here. This color, I mean, you can see it's got a, I'm gonna hit pan on it. That's got a big dent. And look, you've got these beautiful fall shades here. This whole section is so good for fall, and this section's good for spring and summer. And these lighten up and add sparkle and dimension to anything that you're doing. So the colors that you have here are from left to right: Soleil, Supreme, Pinker, Bigwig, Dwellas, Credit, Lituation, Zam, Wigglies, Shookington, Trust Issues, Edges, Sponsored, and Ginger. And Sponsored is my favorite out of all of them. It's a duochrome. You'll see it pulls like a red and green and brown. It's the neatest thing I've ever seen. So there is a look at the palette. Again, excuse the fact that I did not take photos of this when it was brand new. When I got it, I just dove into it. I didn't know I was gonna love it so much. I didn't know I was gonna do a dedicated review on this. And then, I mean, I used it, and I'm like, I gotta show people this palette. This is a fabulous palette. Jackie Aina is a Black creator here on YouTube, and she felt that there was not enough palettes out there that really catered to deeper skin tones. What I love what she did here is she also made it user-friendly for all skin tones, which I appreciate so much. So I'm super, super excited to get into this palette with you and show you 3 completely different looks that I created. Coming up next will be swatches, and then you'll see the looks, guys. So if you're interested in learning all about the Jackie Aina palette, stay tuned. Okay, this palette retails for $45. Like I said, it's cruelty-free, and it's good for 18 months. And there's a little butterfly symbol. I don't know if that means it's vegan too. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, comment below. And this is recyclable packaging. Why can't I say that? So, all right, we're ready to get started. There are 3 shades to note though: Supreme, Pinker, and Bigwig. These 3 shades here are not considered eye safe for use around the immediate eye. Those are the ones I used today. It just means that you'll get some staining because it's a pressed pigment. So let's get started. Okay, Soleil, first color in the palette. Beautiful. This one's a little bit chunky, but it's gorgeous. Second color, Supreme. Third color, Pinker. Fourth color, Bigwig. Fifth color, Dwellers. Or Dwellers, I don't know. Fourth color, Credit. That's a 6, not the 4th. Beautiful deep brown. Lituation. Oops. I have to do that over. There we go. That's more of a, like a, got a shimmer. There we go. Next row, Zam. Oh, step Wigglies. Shookington. Trust Issues. And Edges. All right, beautiful as well. And then we've got 2 more. Okay, we have Sponsored. This is one of my most favorite colors. It's like a green, brown, and red duochrome. Oh, guys, look at that. You can see the red, the brown, you can see the green. Oh, I love that color. And the last one is Ginger, a pretty kind of like caramel brown. Look at that. All right, guys, there are all of our swatches. And now we're gonna get into the eye looks. This eye look that I'm wearing today is the last eye look I created. So you see that one, this one at the end. So you're gonna see 3 quick eye looks showing 3 different, completely different color tone families. Okay guys, we're gonna get into our first look using the Anastasia palette. I have really used the heck out of this, as you can see. I think we are gonna stick sort of in this space and maybe a little bit of one of these today for this first look. So I am going to go in with Ginger to get us started, which is gonna be our, these are really pigmented. Make sure you tap off. Oh, you know what? We need some primer first, hold on. Okay, primer's on. I just used ABH primer. We're going in with Ginger. I tapped off because this is pretty pigmented. I have not set it with anything, so we're just going straight in with shadow. One thing to keep in mind is with or without, look, we have a little bit of that happening right there, but I think we're gonna have no problem blending it out, no. With or without primer, this shadow lasts pretty good. I actually have oily eyelids, and this shadow stayed on the other day. I forgot to put, let me bring you guys in. I forgot to put primer on, and my shadow didn't crease, and it stayed all day. I'll likely be changing my lip color too. I just was playing with a new Tarte lip color, but it's not going to match what we're doing, so we will change that. So I'm going to go in and just do a little bit more, but that gave us a nice kind of transition shade, nice warm toasted like chestnut brown color. I feel like I have a little bit of like a little bit of skipping with this shadow. It's blending out, but I think if you don't tap off with this, you could get yourself in some trouble. So there is the first shade. All right, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and I am going to go into Edges, which is more of a little bit of an orangey tone to it. It looked kind of light in the palette, but it's actually quite orange. And we're gonna just darken this up just a little bit in the outside edges here. So, and I'm keeping my eyes open because I have hooded lids. I'm gonna pull it into the crease, and it helps me to see, like, because when I just have my eye open, I need to know, like, can you see the shadow? So we're gonna blend that top shade in a moment, but we'll go back in with the color we used to start to blend those edges. I am coming all the way over down here. I just wanna make that nice and saturated with color. All right, friends, that looks good. I think for my, I think I'm gonna use Trust Issues, which is this one here for the lid shade, or for like the highlight. the upper brow bone area right here. Now this does have a little bit of a green flip. Right. It looks white in the pan, but as you would have saw in the swatches, it's got a little bit of a flip to it. A little bit of a gold green flip, which is really cool. So there is Trust Issues on the lid. Pretty. I am going to take that same fluffy brush and go over and just sort of blend that so that they blend a little bit nicer. Blend everything in. This is the Larimar, one of the Larimar brushes. Oh, I need to get more of these. They're fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, so I am going to go in with, ooh, so many choices, my friends. I'm going to go in with Sponsored all over the lid. And Sponsored is this one here. This has like a green-red shift. Love this color. Really love this color. It's such a cool color. All right, I need a little bit of a different type. I'm dropping brushes left and right. All right, so I'm going in with like a little packing brush. I am going to use it wet, and we're going to come and look at that color. You do get fallout with this shade. You might want to do your do this first and then do your base makeup, your foundation and stuff. Oh, guys, this shade is like, pow. That is such a stunning, stunning shade. I'm going to take my hand with Zam, which is right here on the bottom, and I'm just going to go with my pinky right here in the corner. We're going to add a little bit of Zam because it gives it a little Zam. This is a flakier shade, and so the warmth of your skin sort of heats it up, and it just, oh gosh, look at that. That's so gorgeous. So I do have a little bit of fallout down here. I'm just gonna get a little brush and brush it away. Whoop, whoop. There we go. All right, so underneath we are going to go in with the same ginger color that we used, our first color that we used. We're gonna go in with that under the lower lash line. I almost think I want some of the Sponsored on the lid down here too. So I'm just gonna sort of pull this up and bring those together. Okay. All right, I am gonna add a little bit of Sponsored right in the middle here and mesh the two. Oh God, that shade's stunning. Just stunning. I got some in my eye. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna take some Soleil right here, which is a little lighter shade, and we're gonna go in the inner corner and down through. So I had a little bit of something on my eyes from something I did earlier today. So we're gonna put Soleil, and we're gonna bring Soleil down and mix it with Sponsored here. That is so gorgeous. Actually, I almost kind of want to put Soleil up there on my lid. Even though we already put Trust Issues up there, I kind of think that this will be pretty over it. It's a little bit like of a topper shade. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, girls. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I finished my eyes off with some Kiss lashes, and I just put some black liner, and I put a little bit of liner on the top so that you couldn't see the lash strip as much. For mascara, I just used the CoverGirl Exhibitionist, and to finish off my lips, I used Ofra. Well, my lips are stained a little bit red from that lipstick. That happened yesterday with, it's a Too Faced lipstick, and I had a different color. It happened the same thing. So I used the color Truffle that I got from Ofra. Love this, but it is a little redder than normal, like I said, because my lips are stained red and it's a gloss. So here's our first look. I think it came out pretty good. I actually really like this. I wore a similar look like this yesterday to work. Really loving the shadows. I've had this palette since it launched, but I haven't had an opportunity. Let me zoom you guys out. I haven't had an opportunity to really review the palette and show it to you, but I've been using it. Why am I wiggling? There we go. But I've been using it and really love it. So we're gonna do 2 more eye looks, so stay tuned. Those will be coming. For today's look, we're going to go back into the Jackie Aina palette, but we're going to try to use more of a mauve. There's a couple like Supreme and pinker in here, a couple like mauve-y tones, and see if we can come up with a little bit more of a rose toned look. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush here, and I'm going to put the first shade down, which is the Supreme lighter shade here. I'm going to try to use, I'm going to zoom you in and try to use my mirror. And ignore, I have some leftover glue, and no matter how much I scrubbed, I couldn't get it off. So right here, I'm just gonna sort of lay this down, and it's a little skippy to start, but it'll blend out, hopefully. I do have Anastasia primer on today, which isn't my fave. What is going on? There's little hairs everywhere. Is that one of my brushes? I don't know. All right, so this is going to be my transition shade, but it's also kind of a darker shade. So I'm starting it in the real crease, and then I will blend it up and feather it up. I'll take a fluffy brush, and we'll probably put something, another color here too, but I just want to circular motions and sort of blend this up to fade the colors a little bit and to make sure we're not dealing with harsh lines. It's almost, when you blend it up, you're almost getting like a pinky nude, like a little bit of a brown in there maybe. It kind of looks like two different colors, but it's not. I don't think I had anything on this brush because I just cleaned all my brushes. So there's that. I think I'm happy with how that looks. Okay, now I'm going to go into pinker, which is more of a mauve berry color. And I'm going to stamp that in the outer and inner corner, right in here. We're gonna put it right here too. All right, the dog just came down and is eating, and he is a loud eater. I feel like it's hard for you guys to see the difference in color, but there is a very clear difference in color, although they do blend together nicely. So this is a good duo to use together if you're looking for a little bit more of a cohesive look. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do is put Zam in the middle, which is right here. This shade is a mess, you can see. It's like, it's real like, it just makes a mess in the palette, but it's a beautiful shade. We're gonna stick that right in the middle. We're just gonna use our fingers for that. Kind of do a little bit of like a little halo effect. I am gonna go in with the lighter pinker shade and just sort of soften the edges here a little bit between the colors, and back up at the top here a little, just to give a little more definition. Well, I think that's okay. All right. What are we gonna do in our lower lash line, Terry? I think I'm gonna go brown on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go with Credit, which is this dark brown here, and stamp that in. Ooh, that's dark. Oh yeah, I have brushes falling on my, that brush must be losing. Got little hairs, little brush hairs, and there's one on my nose still. I was like, dang, what's going on? Okay, see it? All right, now I'm gonna clean off this fluffy brush we used and sort of buff that into the skin a little and feather it out. I like the brown with the pink. I think that's pretty. And since I have a brown sweater on today, I think that'll look nice. I still got a little pink on it, so I'm just gonna pull it over. There, I think that's good. I'm just gonna darken that little bit of Zam in the middle a little bit more. Make sure we really got it on there. Okay. The only real shade you can use in here for the upper highlight is either Trust Issues or Soleil. I'm gonna use Soleil today because if you use Trust Issues, it kind of has like a green tint. So I'm just gonna use the Soleil because it's got the rose gold tint that we put in the middle. So beautiful. I'm just melding that into the top. Whew, went a little bit too heavy right there. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and come back with lashes and liner. We'll be right back. Okay, I have brown liner. I have a little baby wing on each side and black and the inner corner. I think this look needs lashes, so I'm probably gonna add lashes, but I did a mascara that I absolutely hate. It's by Live Green Lengthening Mascara, and I opened it and it shot everywhere, including on my face, so I had to redo my under eye foundation, or like concealer, and I had to redo my blush and highlight. I mean, it just, when I opened this, so this is gonna go out. Let me zoom you out. So this is what the finished looks like all together. I'm gonna spray it right now, and then I think I'm gonna add lashes and show you guys what it looks like with lashes. Because it's a darker eye look, I do think I need lashes with this. So let's spray. I'm using Beauty Pie's Fresh Glow, and we'll be right back with lashes. Okay, here is look number 2. Very pretty, kind of a smoky rose gold look. There it is a little up closer. Looks pretty. All right, guys, look number